What up, you guys? Had a long ass night last night, but this is just a response to Charles Wofford. Um, you're talking about, yeah, I live with my dad. He's a disabled veteran. Out of the good graces of his heart, I was able to come out here and move in with them, get away from LA and get away from the streets and shit. I'm proud of it. Back in the day when I first started getting in trouble, never thought I would see my dad again, actually. But then 2007, got off parole and moved straight out to Albuquerque. And you're talking about, I drive my dad's car. Yeah, I drive that fucking car, dude. I had two Miatas. One of them got wrecked and the other one we sold. And I told my dad, go ahead and get that car because you want something nice to drive in. Now, look, this is mine right here. That's my Expedition. This is straight up mine. Clean as fuck on the inside. This is my car. This is legitimate mine. The one right there in the driveway too, that little Yaris, that's my car. Probably gonna sell the Yaris and put it into a system and shit for my truck because I don't really drive this too much. It's pretty practical though, thinking about selling it to like somebody who goes to school out here who might need it. Give it to them for a good price. It's worth $2,000. Probably gonna sell it for like $1,500 or something like that. Give them a good price so they got something to ride around in. But before you start speculating like what my life is like, you should kind of maybe just concentrate on yours. Concentrate on your life and your struggle. Because I'm happy, man. My life is good. Don't give a fuck. There ain't nothing you can say to put me down. And talking shit about, like my bow staffing. When I first started bow staffing, I remember before you were irrelevant, you even asked me, yo, how long have you been doing that for, Where did you learn that from? And now all of a sudden you want to talk shit. Let me see you use any kind of weapon. You know how much skill it takes to use a bow staff? How much practice it takes and time it takes to be able to do those katas? Takes quite a while, dude. It's something that I've always, been into. It's a little passion of mine. I like bow staffing. It's one of my weapons, one of my favorite weapons. That and a cane. But, you didn't even show up to fucking fight Herman, and you want to charge people money for your mouth. You're the one talking shit, challenging and issuing fights with people, but then you want to turn around and say, oh, but you got to pay me some money first. What kind of sense does that make, Here's my pup. Got one dog there. Got two dogs there that I take care of. Love my animals. I grow bud, sell bud. That's how I make my money. So, I was never a white supremacist. Never hung out with the white supremacists. I'm a Peckerwood from San Fernando Valley. Hence the PW on my arm that you can see right there very clearly. And no, it's not a WP, it's a PW. Never claimed to be racist. I've got a black brother and sister named Chanel and Jeffrey. They live out in California. My brother Jeffrey, I think, is still incarcerated, or maybe he got out. I don't know. Keep in contact with my sister constantly. But all this speculation that you've made about my life, all these, whatever makes you feel better, go ahead and think of my life that way if you want to, like my life is miserable and, my life is shit, when indeed it's not. I have a good old time doing what I want to do. Just last night, I was out till 12 o'clock, went to the strip club, kicked it with a couple people, talked to a couple of strippers and shit that I'm actually, becoming quite a regular there, so I get a little bit of respect. I get in for free every now and then. Sometimes I get some free drinks and shit, have a good time downtown, kicking back, doing my thing. But all this fucking, you challenging all these fools to fights. You were in Texas, never met up with Tyree. You were supposed to fucking fight Herman, never did that. Now you want to fucking come to me and fight me. Not gonna happen. I'm not gonna waste my time on you anyways. You're an old-ass man, dude, living in a fucking van. Why would you even want to? Who do you think you are? Do you think you're fucking Superman? If you do beat my ass and you come out here and we fight, oh, more power to you. I'm not saying that I'm like the greatest fucking man in the world. I'm the best fighter in the world. But I know I can handle my own shit. I guarantee you that. How the fuck you think I made it through 4 years of a level 4 yard? You don't just sit all fucking day. Sometimes you gotta fight. Sometimes there's riots. Sometimes you get torpedoed and you gotta go do some work. You know, you can't just sit around. You got to program. And you don't do that shit by being fucking weak. But anyways, Charles, if speculating that other people's life are so miserable compared to yours, I mean, living in a fucking van with your dog hot all goddamn day, stopping by Walmarts to use Wi-Fi, you know, then so be it. If it makes you feel better, so be it. Keep thinking the way that you think. But I'll let you know this right now. It's a pretty fucking weak mind state that you're living in right now. You can say what you fucking want about me, but this whole fucking calling me a white supremacist is very, very irrelevant. I've never been a racist. Never made any kind of racist remarks or anything like that on my channel. If you go through and check the archives, it's all there. But there's proof that I've got 2 of my own cars. Like I said, one of them I'm probably going to sell it to a kid who's going to college and needs it. Just a little car to get around town with and shit. Put that money into my truck. You know, I kind of wouldn't mind getting a system in that expedition. But, yeah, so there you have it. And yes, yeah, I live with my father. You know, love him to death. We work together on shit. You know, sometimes he's too weak to make food and shit, so I'll do the cooking. Sometimes he'll feel good enough and fucking do the cooking himself. But, all this speculation and now getting mad at me and trying to challenge me, you should have fucking stuck with your word and went and fought Herman first before you start talking more shit to other people and trying to go after other people, because you haven't rolled up on anyone yet. I've rolled up on Charlie Zelenoff. You've seen the footage. This fool hid behind his mom and his fucking dad. And, you know, that's irrelevant anyways. I don't know what the fuck your issue is, Charles, but you should probably stick with the shit that you're doing at first before you start coming after me. Because, honestly, it just made you look weak and petty. And that's the end of that. There ain't no doubt about it. Anyways, enjoy driving around in your van in this hot-ass fucking weather, trying to figure out what your next move's gonna be, going state to state, trying to travel and act like you live in some real van life shit when you just homeless living in a van. You can call it van life, like as if you have a choice, but you don't. You don't have a choice. You straight live in a van because you're homeless. Happen to get a van. I mean, more power to you. At least you got a fucking place to stay. You know, you don't got to worry about being out there in a tent on the street. But whatever, man. Hey, you know, have a good life. I'm out.